Well, hi everybody. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. Hope things are going great for you. I'm a little bit perturbed today, and maybe it is because of I just feel this avalanche of emails and voicemails, and I love hearing from people, but I don't like hearing all the sadness that comes from way too many people, in my opinion, that could be avoided if people just did a little bit more homework. Now, on today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how Camping World is able to continue to be so profitable in spite of their thousands and thousands of people that say, we've been screwed by them. And none of this is probably going to be earth-shattering to you or big news, but collectively, it is a genius way for Marcus Lemonis, the CEO of Camping World, to have put together this money machine. A few weeks back, I did one of my videos. A lady named Betty called up. If you missed that video, the response was really positive and surprised me how supportive it was. Betty, I'm going to play some of that video now, so you can, if you didn't see it, you're going to see it right now. It's like 5 minutes long, and it is very painful. If you've seen it before, I'm sorry. This is the pain will continue. But then I'm going to tell you about somebody that called or responded to that video. And anyway, I'm going to wrap it all up with how is Camping World able to continue doing what they do. So let's go ahead and play that phone call from Betty and my analysis of it, if you will, from just a few weeks ago. So as you listen to this voicemail, please try to listen to it with empathy from a bigger scale instead of criticizing her. I think Betty now knows that she really screwed up. I mean, not a little bit, but a lot of bit. And so she doesn't need to have her nose rubbed in it. She needs to have some compassion. And we need to look at Betty's example as an example of what's going on in our world. And it's going on. Well, let's go ahead and play her phone call. Again, I've warned you, if you want to jump, now's a good time to jump. But this is Betty's long voicemail back to me. She did not email me. She sent me another voicemail. You want to hear it? Let's go.
Yes. I'm from South Carolina. My son and I went to purchase the RV at Camping World in South Carolina, and it's so much. I'm an older woman. I'm disabled, and a lot of things happen. It's a very difficult case to explain everything that happened, and something broke down on it, and they sent the person out there where he had it parked at on the RV lot, and they saying that the extended warranty, they're not going to cover it because they think that he might have done it or something like that. But when we went to purchase it also, they told me that my son was dead, that he did not exist.
Dead. Now, still, I don't know what she purchased, he purchased, they purchased, when they purchased. I don't know anything except it's continuing to be bad. I told you this is a painful one. Try to listen to it with empathy. It's hard to not be sarcastic. It's like part of me, the ugly, nasty, critical part of me goes, you idiot. But I think that we can all be an idiot from time to time. Okay, I'm going to play this here again in just a second, but I want to thank everybody for trying to be measured about your comments on this woman's phone call and on the video. You know, I say that we can all make mistakes. There are some stupid people out there. There's a lot of stupid people out there. But sometimes smart people do stupid things. And we do it because we're maybe ignorant. We don't have the wisdom yet. That's why old people, I would rather be wise than smart. There's a lot of smart people that aren't very wise. What would you rather be, smart or wise? I think the older you get, the more you fail, the more you see what's happening in our world, you can't help but get just a little bit wiser. Let's continue on with that little clip. Listen to what happened to her. Again, this is painful. You may want to jump, but this is, I think it's a symptom of what's going on a grander scale. People are going to be taken advantage of, like Betty, like her son, more and more as the economy continues to be wobbly and uncertain.
That he did not exist and that it couldn't be put in his name. And I asked him why. I said he's been in the military He's been worked for the police force, and he's worked for the railroad. So why wouldn't he exist? And that time they said that it had to go in my name, which I didn't give them my Social Security number or whatever, or how that came about. I have to ask my son. They had put it in my name. I can't have it in my. I'm too old for that. I don't need that. He put $5,000 down. Don't think that $5,000 went towards it. And they're not honoring the manufacturer warranty. Just recently, something was wrong with something when they moved it, and they're saying that we have to go through another manufacturer warranty through somebody else. And the guy that came out there the first go around to fix it didn't fix nothing but charged him $300.
It goes on. Have you had enough? It's painful. I warned you. It's painful. If you don't want to listen to the rest of it, jump off this video. If you have thoughts and comments, please drop them below. How can you help someone like this? I say RVing is fantastic, but only for the right people. It seems to me, to Betty and for her son, RVing was not a good choice. It was not. Let's continue.
Then another one came out and looked at it, and he had to go through somebody else because the manufacturer warranty of when he bought it, it's brand new. It's a 1924, brand new. And when we bought it, on the windshield, it said special of the month, $24,999, and ended up charging us $37,000 some odd dollars.
25 grand to 37 grand. It's the out the door price. Remember, it's not the sale price. It's discounted. It's the out the door price that you pay. I've said it forever. I'll continue to say it forever. Don't fall for these tricks. It continues. This is another opportunity for you to bail, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you think that the economy is so wobbly that we're going to see more people like this woman and her son, or we're going to see less, drop a comment down below. Let's get back into it. I'm going to spare you the rest of that phone call. I hope that as you're listening to this, you can relate to what's going on. I don't necessarily blame Camping World or a dealer for taking somebody's money. If they walk in and they make a foolish decision, what would you say? Would an honorable person say, hey, Betty, this is not for you? Maybe, but that's what friends are for. Good friends, honest friends. And that's what I'm hopeful around this virtual campfire, this community. RV campgrounds have changed since I was a little boy. Used to be everybody was friendly. You talk to everybody in the campground. There's a few places where that kind of happens now. But most people that go to a campground are kind of like they are in their regular neighborhood. They kind of stay to themselves, and there's more friendliness in a campground than in most traditional neighborhoods. But it ain't like it used to be. And to me, that's sad. I think that there are people out there that don't need to be buying an RV. Betty and her dead son, who wasn't dead, probably didn't need to buy an RV. But they did. And why not? They had a dream. If you know someone that is not prepared, you can't lock them in a closet and say, no, you're not going to buy the RV, but you can hopefully lead them in the right way. Have them watch my channel. Have them watch other channels. Have them to lovingly, with kindness, try to wake them up. It's not easy. Once you have your heart set on something, it's hard to have it pulled away. Remember when you were young and you were in love and your parent or somebody says, that's probably not the best match for you. Oh, you don't know. I'm in love. That's what we do with an RV. That's what we do with things that we're so attached to until we're not. And I want to try to help you avoid the pain that can come from making a really expensive, bad mistake. So after that video aired, there were a lot of people that commented, and most of you guys were very nice. You could have been critical and told her she was stupid. I don't think she was stupid. I think she made maybe a stupid decision. Her son took advantage of her. I don't know her, and she never contacted me again. But what do you think? What do you think? You think Camping World is guilty for selling that woman and her son a camper, I think the person that's guilty is the buyer. They're guilty of not doing their homework. I'm going to get to why Camping World is able to continue to be profitable in spite of the thousands of people that hate their guts, actually. Here's a phone call that came in, and I'm going to kind of wrap this thing up with some comments, but I am going to tell you why Camping World is able to continue to be so profitable, and they will be. They will be in the future.
Hi, Mr. Wingman. I so appreciate what you're doing to help protect RV buyers. We've had a couple of not so great experiences with Camping World, and the thing that I'm the most concerned about right now is people like Betty and even me that have walked into a dealership looking for used RVs. And of course, they don't want you to buy those, but they're more than happy when you decide that that's all you can do. And then most recently, I've had it happen in my family where we were kind of desperate to sell a used RV, and Camping World is buying them, not only from me but other members of my family. And what I'm fearing is that, some of these used RVs are damaged. Ours was not, but I know some are. And if people are going onto those lots and looking at our used RVs, they're going to walk out of stuff with all kinds of problems that people have offloaded onto Camping World. And so, I think we should sound the alarm about that. I'm not savvy enough to get things on YouTube and stuff, but please continue to be an advocate for people that are getting desperate, and this economy is awful. So they're selling their RVs, and they may not be in the best of shape for people like Betty to go in and buy. So I just wanted to let you know that. My name is Sandy. I'm calling from Willard, Utah.
Sandy, thank you very much for your phone call. Folks, if you'd like to contact me, you can call the phone number on the screen. You can grab your cell phone and shoot that QR code down here. And that way you can get my phone number, my email address, and you can connect with me. I'd like to hear from you. If you're watching and you're able to drop a comment below, let me know your thoughts. Sandy was talking about used RVs. Used RVs, believe it or not, can be highly, highly profitable for RV dealers. Why? How is that? Many RV dealers have an employee that does nothing except watches the for sale ads, the marketplace ads, the RV trader ads, and they rarely do they identify themselves as the dealer. They just, hey, I'm just calling about your RV for sale. They're hoping to whack somebody off at the knees. If someone's willing to give their RV away for a super cheap price, those dealers, they'll buy it like that, turn around and sell it. Guess what they do? Not much. They just fix it up, clean it up, and take your money and you sign a deal that says I'm buying it as is. As is. That means as it is when you buy it. Not after you drive it home, you go, oh, this thing doesn't run right. It's pulling off the side of the road. It's as is. That's when I get phone calls from people saying, the dealer lied to me, screwed me over. Read the paperwork. It's as is. That's what they have RV inspectors for. I did an interview with some RV inspectors recently at Blue Ox. They're fantastic. In fact, a fellow member around my virtual campfire hired one of the Blue Ox team members to come out and look at a Cedar Creek. I mean, the Cedar Creek's an awesome brand. And he found one in Michigan that he said, hey, I think I might want to buy that. So he hires up Blue Ox. Blue Ox goes over. And I talked to this guy. I said, listen, call me no matter what. No matter what the inspection shows, good or bad, I want to hear about it. Because the guy around our virtual campfire was so excited. It's supposed to be an all-day inspection. He texts me about an hour later and he said, deal's done. I'm out. I called him up and goes, what's wrong? He paid $1,500 for an inspection, just about $1,500. Says the best money he ever spent. The thing was a piece of junk. And the dealer said, oh, there's no problems with it. Sure, bring your inspector on out. Thank God he did, because the inspector found all different kinds of things wrong with it. If you have any doubts, get an inspection. It is called peace of mind. And if you don't want to get an inspection, you want to roll the dice, and if you pick a bad one, then be responsible for that. But, I think that too many people say, well, it's not going to happen to me. I looked it over. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Maybe not perfect, but you have no idea. This guy I talk about that found the Cedar Creek, he's one smart dude. He's had RVs forever. Nobody is more meticulous about the way he takes care of his RV. He asks all the right questions. And he was smart enough to pay for a really good outside independent third-party inspection. Thank God he was. So remember, as is as is. If you'd like to call me and have my perspective on something, I'm not a lawyer, but I have a lot of experience and hopefully a little bit of influence. I have a microphone, this virtual campfire, a pretty good-sized community. And the more we can band together and shine the light of truth on these dealers that are doing bad things, I think that's the only way we have any hope of changing what is going on right now. To wait for an attorney general from your state to go after Camping World or whoever the dealer is, I wouldn't wait for that. Take action. Don't be silent. Stand up. Tell the truth. I'm not trying to be ugly. I promise I'm not. Am I happy about all the phone calls I get and the emails saying how I was ripped off? No. It gives me lots of content to talk about. Oh yeah, it does. This community, folks, is a community of good people, but flawed people. You too. Me too. And I don't want to preach. I really don't. But I do want to try to be an encourager of empathy for others and helping others the way it used to be. I'm sorry to see so many businesses, and it's not just in the RV business, people don't get treated like people anymore. You go to the doctor, they don't even look at you. Here's your iPad, fill out the information. There's no human interaction anymore. That's why when I tell you that I have found some RV dealers I really love, not perfect people, but they're really good people and they care. Don't you want somebody that cares? More than just to make a commission off of you. I hope some of this made sense. Now I need to get to the whole point of today's video. Oh my God, how long have I gone? Too damn long. All right, I'm going to say this is how Camping World has been able to continue and will continue to be able to be profitable. And this is what artificial intelligence says. So I didn't make this stuff up. It says massive brand recognition. They're the largest RV dealer in the U.S. with nearly 200 locations nationwide. Brand is everywhere. TV, NASCAR, Google Ads, massive American flags on their major highways. They target the first-time RV buyer, probably like Betty, like the lady that you heard and her dead son, who's not dead. Financing and FOMO, fear of missing out. If you don't buy this RV, oh, by the way, somebody's coming in and going to buy that RV. Oh, really? Okay, I'll sign here. High margins on service and add-ons. Oh, that's where they make a lot of money. That's how, what did the person say, that they 25,000 turned into 37,000? It happens all the time. Volume over reputation. Camping World's business model, this is according to ChatGPT. Camping World's business model is, quote, churn and burn. Sounds nice, doesn't it? They move huge volumes of inventory. Even with high complaint rates, they're constantly bringing in new, unaware buyers. Legal and franchise structure. This is important to know. They're a publicly traded company. Of course, we know that. And they have legal resources to handle lawsuits, buybacks, and bad PR quietly. And make you sign an NDA, and you just go away, and the problem disappears. Each store is a part of their umbrella brand, but operates semi-independently. Very important for you to understand. Each store is part of the umbrella brand, but operates semi-independently, which creates a layer of protection from accountability. Enough said. If you want to do business with a dealer like that, go and do it. And Camping World, if you would like to join me for an interview, literally, we can talk back and forth. I want to ask you some questions, not to be ugly. I won't attack you. I'll be very respectful. But I don't know how somebody can sleep with themselves, can do this to so many people. All right. that's going to do it for today's show. I do hope to hear from you. And if I can be of any help, if you need a different perspective, you may not like what I have to say, but I have been able to get people some buybacks. I have, but I can't tell you who they are. They've told me, but I can't say who they are because I'm going to respect what they had to sign before the manufacturer, took care of them. So again, that QR code right here on the screen, you can contact me. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for spending so much time with me today. I do appreciate it. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, reminding you to be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. And don't leave your brain at home either. And if you can help somebody, try to help them. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.